What up, my people? Gabriel Joseph here. Don't ask me why I got these contacts in my eyes. I'm not a fan, okay? I'm not a fan of these contacts, but I can't wear glasses right now. I'm about to go work out. But either way, something been on my mind, and you know, I need to speak on it. And it's kind of personal. It's kind of personal because, you know, I went through some things in my personal life. Well, I just recently went through a breakup, okay? You could say a hard breakup, but I went through a breakup. And I would think that, you know, if people naturally don't get along, or it takes a lot of work for a couple to get along or to be around each other and stuff like that, if that's hard work, then a lot of times you and that person may not be meant to be. When someone or a couple is meant to be, in my eyes, you may have some bumps in the road, but the majority of the time it's smooth sailing. When you're with someone that's a soulmate or a twin flame and other things of that nature, if you ask me, no matter what that person does, you still love them. You have that agape love for them. You have a God-like love. The Most High loves us no matter what we do. Okay? God ain't never gonna stop loving us. We sin every day. You wake up in the morning, you have one bad thought, you can look at that as a sin if you look at sins like that. But God is not throwing you away, you know, because you did something that he doesn't like or something that isn't godly. And so when you're dealing with people, if you are really with the one you're supposed to be with, you will have a God-like love for them. No matter what they do, they make you so mad you want to kill them. They made you so mad you want to kill them. But you still love them though. I have an ex right now. I love her, but I can't be with her. We don't work. We argue, we clash. We struggle to see eye to eye. We struggle to agree on techniques and ways of raising children. We didn't agree on vaccinations, and I ain't even talking about the new one now. I'm talking about period. I'm talking about 5 years ago we were disagreeing on vaccinations for children and stuff like that. So when you constantly are disagreeing with someone, constantly not seeing eye to eye with someone, constantly arguing and raising your voices with someone, that should tell you that this isn't healthy for you all. It isn't healthy. It isn't a healthy environment, and it isn't good for you, your spirit, nobody. Nothing good is going to come out of that environment. Okay? And so it may take a smart individual to see that and walk away from that environment. That individual being smart is only trying to make things better for everyone in the picture, because it really does. If you have children in your house and you and your spouse are doing nothing but yelling and arguing and screaming at each other all day, you're tormenting the child low key without them even knowing it, without you even knowing it. You're harming them. You're forming a perspective for that child as they grow older. That child is going to grow older and have a certain perspective based off of what they went through in their life, how they did things in their life, what their parents showed them, how their parents spoke to each other, all of that. And so if you're a child and you grew up in a household where your parents on the surface talk to each other like niggas in the hood, you are going to grow up thinking that that's just what parents do. That's love. You're going to think that's love. You're going to think that that's how parents are supposed to act. Until you go over your friend's house who's having a sleepover. You go over there and then you see a loving couple. You see loving parents. You see more love in their speech towards each other. And then now you go back home and you're like, do you even like mama? Or mama, do you even like that? Do you even respect daddy? You know what I'm saying? All because y'all forced each other, yourselves to stay with each other and stay around each other, knowing it's a toxic environment, knowing it's toxic, knowing it's not helpful for anybody. But because you want to force a relationship and force a connection between two adults, you're not even understanding the hurt and the harm that you're doing to the kids. Like I said before, this is a personal situation for me. I just got out of a harm, I would say, a long, stressful relationship. Okay? And I could be transparent with y'all. A lot of the problems that we had were my fault. I was the cause of a lot of the problems. But this is my perspective. When you're at a job, or let's just say you get a job. As an adult, you get a job. And I'm the CEO or I'm the manager interviewing you for the job. And you're telling me how much you want this job. And you're putting on your best face. And you came in your fine linens, your best clothes. And you're like, I want this job. And I'm like, you sure you want this job? Is this the right job for you? Yeah, this is the right job for me. Woo, woo. Because in your mind, you see the paycheck. You see the benefits of how the job can benefit your personal life. But at the end of the day, that job may take a chance on you because of what you showed them in the interviewing process. Okay? So that job hires you, of course, thinking and knowing and wanting to know that you are the person for the job. Now, fast forward. You're in that job 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, whole year. Okay? Even though it don't take that long to know about a job. Okay? But let's just say you're on that job 8 months. It's time for a review. Okay? You get a review and your job is looking at you like, you said you would do this, 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 and the other in the interview. And now here we are 8 months later and you've only done this, this, and this. And so your job is looking at you like, do they really fit the part? The company and the business is looking at the overall picture, the big picture. They're like, can this person help us going into the future? Can this person help us going into a new, I guess you could say, a new way of doing things, a new culture? You know, some companies, how they change the culture over time. We're going to do things different, stuff like this. And how we were back then is different now. And so they want people that are around who are going to literally be there for the change. Okay? And so if you flip that into relationships, some relationships start off perfect. In the dating phase of the relationship, you guys are perfect for each other. Everybody's saying the most perfect things to each other. You texting that person, I made it home. You ask them, did they sleep well? You waking them up in the morning. Rising, queen. Rising. Or you telling them, I love you, king. Good morning. You know, you hitting them with those type of messages and stuff. That's in the beginning. But then as that thing gets a little older and stuff, you start to get relaxed. You don't do the same things in the relationship. You start to get relaxed. And so just like on a job, you get relaxed. You don't do the same things you did when you first started there. You cut corners. You take shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? You do things in an easier way for you. But what's easier for you ain't helping the other people who you working with. And so in relationships, sometimes it isn't that the person is a bad person, or in a job, the person ain't a bad employee. They may be a good employee, but that may not just be the person for your company or for your life. You see, you probably hired a person to be in a relationship with them, but then you hired the wrong person. And so since you hired the wrong person, you're going through issues and situations that you don't want to be in. Well, if you took your time and hired the right person, or took your time and really went through that interviewing process or that dating process a little longer and didn't just jump in a relationship after 3 months, you'd probably be in a different position too. Okay? So all I'm saying is know who to hire and when to fire in the relationship. Just like on a job, they know exactly when they want to fire you, and they don't have no time telling you that you are not helping their bottom line or you're hurting their bottom line. Okay? And in a relationship, if you realize that someone isn't working for you, you realize that their energy is more toxic to your environment, or you're not going to be your best or your greatest when you're with them, or you stressed out and it's so much tension and anxiety in your body when you're around them, if you have those type of issues, then you may need to hire a different type of person. You may need to go on a hiring freeze, take a break, get to know you, get to know what you need in life, and then get to see the type of person you need to hire. You see, I've started multiple businesses. Okay? Some businesses I've had to kind of run a little to see who I needed to hire or if I needed help in this area or that area. That's me taking my own personal time to figure things out. A lot of times us as humans, we need to take our own personal time to reflect on our own lives and what we're doing and how we reflect and how our lives reflect on others. That's the ultimate judgment, if you ask me. The ultimate judgment is, on this earth, on this planet, how did your life affect others? How did you affect others? How did you help the planet? And so everybody can be out here described as a devil. Your ex-boyfriend could have been a devil. But at the end of the day, that man probably an angel to somebody else. He probably the best thing walking to somebody else. Okay? Where you didn't satisfy that man, knowing that you're a satisfying woman, he hired the wrong person. Even though you're a good person, good employee, you would be a good spouse, a good wife. But not for that company, though. You see, a lot of people out here trying to be with companies that they don't have no business being with. Companies that just pay the money and give you good, nice things. But these companies still have different viewpoints. These companies don't believe in the same thing as you. If you look at the viewpoints of the ownerships of some of these companies, some of that stuff you ain't gonna agree with, but you still working with them. Why? Because they paying your bills. When it comes to relationships, sometimes you may need to hire someone with the same viewpoints. You may need to hire someone who's thinking along the same lines of what we want out of life. Okay? If cursing at children bothers you, maybe you don't need to hire a woman that curses at children or her children and curses at them like they some Negroes out in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So if that type of woman bothers you, then you messed up by hiring that woman. You messed up. You can't be mad at her for being who she is. You should have never hired her. You see what I'm saying? So my people, I'm here to help y'all master life. I'm Gabriel Joseph. There's another video just on relationships, on hiring and firing. Basically, you want to hire the right people in your life to be in your life, even if it ain't even a relationship. Hire the right person to even be around. Anybody that's sharing your energy, you're allowing them to share your energy. You don't have to share your energy with everybody. Know that. Okay? And if someone's bringing your energy down, then move around, man. Don't stay in that dormant situation, man. Stress is a killer. If you're in a relationship or you in any type of situation where you're stressing every day, I guarantee your body is going through a lot of ailments. I guarantee it. Because stress is going to show up in your body before it kills you. Okay? They call it a silent killer. Because a lot of the ailments that you're going to get, you're going to think it's coming from somewhere else. You're going to think it's your diet. You're going to think it's food. You're going to think it's because of this. It's that. It's stress, man. It's stress. Get out of these stressful relationships. If you have kids with someone, it's very hard to leave that relationship. It is. It's very hard. Because you never want to leave the kids. It's the adult you're leaving, never the kids. I would never leave my kids. It's the mother that I would leave if there are issues. But trust and believe. Life is long, man. It's not short. Stop thinking life is short, man. Life is long. Because even when you die, you still living. Okay? You still learning. All right? Let's do better, y'all. Let's not hold grudges against people. Let's let go of negative energy, negative tension. Let's let go of hate. Anybody did something to you yesterday, that was yesterday, man. This is a new day. Go shake that man's hand. Say, how you feeling today? We still beefing today? Just let me know. We both had a bad day yesterday. I was mad because of this. You was mad because of that. Then we both met up, both with negative energy, and that shit, and that just collided. So understand, y'all. Life is big. Life is long. Okay? Let's leave all that hate alone. Let's drop all the hatred towards each other, especially people in our community. For real. This ain't the time for that. This the time for sharing knowledge, sharing goods, sharing information, all of that. Okay? Follow my series, Mastering Life TV. I'm on YouTube. I'm putting videos out there to help people eat correctly. You know, get their credit right, business credit, start businesses, you know what I'm saying? Multiple streams of income, you know, day trading, options, different things of that nature, stocks. Okay? I'm here to promote making money outside of a job. Let's get off of these jobs, man. A lot of these jobs, I know they're good jobs and they pay well and stuff, but a lot of these corporations been corporations since the 1800s, man. What position was you in, or your people in the 1800s when these corporations were being started and making millions? What position was you? Who team was you on? Where was you at? Was you at the table or was you in the field? So get out of these working for these corporations, man, and start your own businesses. Start generational wealth right now. Start a business. I started a business a few months ago, a new business a few months ago. Matter of fact, I want to say right before the new year. Guess who's on there with me? My oldest daughter. She's on the business with me. Something happened to me, guess what? She got her own business. She already in line to reap the benefits. Okay? This is what we need to do with our children. Set our children up for a life that we wish we would have had. Okay? Working hard as a child is cool. You want your children to be able to work hard, but you don't want them to have to. You want your children to go to the nice school. You don't want them to struggle like we struggled coming up, man. That's not life. Don't think I struggled and I had to eat like this so my kids can too. No. Set up a life for your children to be their best, man. Make it easy for them. Make it easy for your kids. Why not? That's it. That's all, man. This already went way longer than I expected, but I just go on, man. I don't write scripts and all that. I'm just talking to y'all, having a regular conversation, you dig? Gabriel Joseph here with another Mastering Life TV video. And I'll check y'all out later, man. 2 fingers. Peace.